Hello, welcome to your meditation practice as part of the Open Heart Project. My name is Susan Piver, and I'm very happy to give you meditation instruction. We're going to sit together today for 10 minutes, and we're going to start very soon. So please get settled on your cushion with your legs crossed loosely in front of you or in a chair. And if you're in a chair, sit with your feet flat on the floor, please. And as you get settled, I want to share with you a little bit about our theme this month over in the Open Heart Project Sangha, which is discipline. And if you're interested in learning more about the Open Heart Project Sangha, there'll be a link in here somewhere. But every month we have a theme, and this month, as I say, that theme is discipline. Discipline is something that we all struggle with. Maybe 99.9% of us in any case. And you might think that the opposite of discipline is being lazy. And on one level, I would say you are correct. But in Buddhist thought, there are three kinds of laziness. And I want to share with you very briefly about what they are, so that you can begin to sort of maybe reassess your capacity for discipline. So the first kind of laziness is just the normal kind. It's like you just blow it off because you don't feel like doing it. There's no special Buddhist trick for circumventing that kind of laziness. We all know what that is. But usually when we think about what laziness means, we sort of stop there. You're just kind of slothful or being, just blowing things off that you know you should do, but you just don't feel like it. So you lie on the couch and watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta for 4 hours instead of whatever, doing what you think you should be doing in your life. I know nothing about that example personally. But it's the other two forms of laziness that I want to share with you that sort of opened up my thinking about what comprised laziness. So the first kind is regular, we all know what that is. The second form of laziness in Buddhist thought is called becoming disheartened. It's losing faith in yourself, forgetting how wonderful you are and how deserving you are of everything good. Or you may feel disheartened like, I've been meditating for 6 weeks or 6 lifetimes and I'm still not very good at it. I'll never be good at it. I still think so much, and so forth and so on, whatever we think. But losing faith in yourself is considered a kind of laziness because deep down you know how wonderful you are, how powerful you are, how unique you are, and how capable you are of basically doing the things that you set out to do. And when you forget those things and you let these other cultural messages or psychological messages overwhelm that inner knowing of your own worthiness, it's considered lazy because you have let something that is not true supplant something that is true. The third kind of laziness, very interesting, is called being too busy. And this is considered a form of laziness in Buddhism because if you are too busy to meditate, too busy to take care of yourself, too busy to understand who you are, figure out how to offer your gifts, explore your inner life, then you have allowed the wrong priorities to supplant the true priorities, because there is nothing more important than discovering who you are and taking care of yourself and examining your inner life. When we let email and work and responsibilities and other things go to the top of the list and allow those things to float to the bottom, it's considered lazy because the right priorities are the things you should attend to first, and your self-care has got to be at the top of the list. So when next time you find yourself going, I'm not disciplined, or I'm too lazy, okay, you were all lazy, but take it a level further and ask yourself, am I just being, am I just like blowing it off? Or have I lost faith in myself? Or am I putting the wrong things at the top of my to-do list? And you can start to play around with that and see if it affects your view of yourself. It has certainly affected mine. And when I find myself becoming disheartened or getting too busy to do the things I know are important, knowing these definitions has helped me to identify those things, not as something wrong with me, but as, oh, I'm just being lazy. Let me try this again. So I hope that was useful. Let's meditate. So please begin your practice by sitting up straight. Sitting up straight is sort of the opposite of laziness. You're sort of like, I'm right here. I'm not hiding, I'm not halfway here. I'm all in. I'm right here. So you sit up straight. The hands can rest on the legs, palms down. And let the hands rest. Rest and laziness are not the same thing. So your hands aren't being lazy by resting on the legs. They're just resting. Let your belly relax and let your shoulders relax. The chin is tucked a little bit, so the back of the neck is nice and long. The mouth is closed, but the lips and teeth can be slightly parted. And the mouth is closed because you don't have to talk. And that is awesome. The breath is natural, in and out through the nose. And the eyes are open. And the gaze cast down to a spot a few feet in front of you. And let the eyes also rest on a particular spot. They're not being lazy. They're just resting. Our eyes work so hard all day long. And here we can just let them almost sit back a little bit in the sockets. And imagine that vision is streaming out from our eyes like the rays of the sun. And it's mixing with space rather than trying to target anything in space, if that makes sense. So let the eyes be soft. And the crown of the head reaches up a little bit. So we're just sitting. And basically the only thing that's happening is you're breathing. So feel that. Feel the breath coming in through the nose and dissolving out through the nose. There's a little rest at the end of the exhale and it starts again. In meditation, you can just let the breath carry you. Like you can totally lay down all of your burdens right now and let yourself rest on the breath by just feeling your body breathing. Let your attention come in on the inhale, and flow out on the exhale. Just label your thoughts thinking. Let go and bring your attention back to the breath. Gently, and take a fresh start. That's all there is to it, and we'll sit together. Thank you so much for your practice, and thank you for practicing together.